All right, guys, we are here on a rainy day practicing for the CDL. We found out that we can take the test in the dually, so we out here practicing. Me and one of my partners. In about 2 weeks, like I said. Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is Stacy with Sandtrans LLC, where driving for financial freedom is our motto. And on my last video, I talked about me getting my CDL in my dually, and I was out practicing. It was the last video that I did, and needless to say, yesterday was my testing day, and I went to the DMV. I took the CDL test. Didn't take any CDL classes. Never been a truck driver. Just used the knowledge and the information out there on the internet. Used my friends, family who were truck drivers, asked them questions, collected all that data, all that information. And I think it's roughly been about a month when I posted that last video, close to a month, somewhere in there. And took my test yesterday, and I passed it. It was an amazing feeling. I was nervous, and you will be nervous too whenever you take your CDL, because it's just so much information that you have to remember, and it's such a big moment and such a major challenge that you're gonna be a little nervous. So needless to say, I got my CDL. The total cost with the license fee and the cost of the license and the fees, it was $83. So the way I look at it, I saved myself some time. I saved myself a lot of time. I saved myself some money by not having to go to those truck driving schools. And major accomplishment. You work hard, you focus, you battle, you're in the trenches, you don't stop, you don't quit. It happened. So, but I want to give you a few tips that I picked up. First, I want to talk about what they're going to test you on once you get there. First, they're going to test you on your pre-trip. That's basically an overview of the truck, making sure the truck is in proper condition to perform. Then they're going to make sure that you can back. So they're going to give you 3 different types of backing. You got offset backing, you got straight backing. You're going to do your straight backing. That's guaranteed. Some type of offset backing, or it could be an alley dot backing. For me, it was the offset. It was the straight backing. And then last was, my nemesis, which was the parallel parking. And that parallel parking, I battled it. I know I probably practiced it at least 40 to 50 times. And even the day of the test, 20 minutes before not 20 minutes, but maybe an hour and a half before the test, I was out practicing. And I was struggling then. But amazingly, a guy showed up from out of nowhere. Name is Paul Johnson, in a dually, in a trailer. He'd just taken the CDL class a week prior to that. So he came up, and Paul gave me some great tips on, on how to get that truck in there. He used 3 cones in the back. You're gonna have 3 cones up front, but his tip was, when you backing that trailer into the cones, try to aim for the last 2 cones, and once those cones are out of sight, you can whip it around and back that trailer in there. So shout out to Paul Johnson. He just started his Hotshot company here in Georgia, and so we're going to network and team together. Another tip I want to say is it's going to be tough, but you're going to have to relax. Take your time. I'm real high strung, so I was moving real fast, but I had to sit back, breathe, and just take your time. Name every part, and then name parts that are not on the truck. Because frankly, the instructor is going to be sitting to the side. She might be sitting down. Mine was sitting down on the ground with her head down like this, and just waiting for me to just call out something that was on that sheet so she could put a check by it to give me a point. So you know, my truck didn't have a air compressor pump on it because doesn't have air brakes. But you may have to call it out, you know, that your air compressor is not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. It's not leaking. Point for you, you know, and you can just move on to the back end and the driving, because frankly, once you get past the pre-trip, if you can drive, you can pass the test. Next, she had me check my trailer. So I didn't check the whole trailer. My test just basically consisted of the driver's side suspension, the end cab, and then my connection points. And so I gained enough points to move on from that. After that, we did the driving test. Driving test was a piece of cake. Rode around maybe for about 30 minutes, came back in, and that pretty much wrapped it up. What I want to show you guys is some tips that I created myself. And what I did, I took pictures of the inside of the truck, up under the truck, the outside of the truck. And I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to spin it around. And like this right here is the bottom of the truck. And basically I just noted things like my leaf springs are properly mounted secure. They're not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. Not missing, they're not shifted. And here I have my U-boats. So here I talk about my U-boats. They're properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged, not loose, missing, or shifted. Talk about my axle, and so on and so forth. And I basically just made my own pre-trip inspection guide of my Dodge Ram. This is the inside of the truck. Talks about the battery, no excessive corrosion. My terminals are tight, no missing cell caps, and just every point of the truck. You know, I just named them all. And so I was not only mentally prepared, I was over prepared, as one of my cousins would say, you know, because I overstudied for it. So, you know, I did get in the bind doing the pre-trip, and I was able to get out of it because I just knew everything like clockwork. Here's another thing that I did. I kind of created a sheet with all the information on it. And it's a Word document. It consists of about 104 pointers. I'm going to show you guys this right here. And it has 104 pointers. You know, things like, you know, your trailer cross members got to be properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, or damaged. My front axle seal talks about my airbag support, checking my horn, my header board. So that's a 104-point inspection. These last two talks about the common phrases. So for your hoses, you want to use hoses not cut, chase, splice, worn, or damaged, not tangled, pinch, or dragged against the tractor. And hard metal items like your alternator shouldn't be cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. Your belt, your phrase would be ripped, frayed, or cracked. So, you know, it's a lot of information, but I was telling one of my buddies, like an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's the only way to do it. So it can be done. I've done it. I got the paperwork to prove it, but it's done. So that's one less thing that we have to deal with. It grants me a lot of freedom now. So if the broker calls me tomorrow and I'm available, I could run the load myself if I like. You know, if the driver's not available, you know, the wheels keep turning. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the idea of having it. So if you stay focused, you be consistent, you know, you consistently take action, man. Take action, and be persistent. Anything could happen. You know, you can go as far as you want to. Our next move now is just to run. We're just going to run for a while. I got my guy still in Savannah. He's banging on his. I'm going to send him this information that I created, And if you guys are interested in it, drop me a comment down below with the email. You know, you got to excuse all the misspelled words and mispronunciations because, hey, I'm the writer. But if you're interested in information, I'll definitely shoot it to you. And subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. You know, we're over 100 subscribers now. If you have any comments, any ideas or anything you feel that we can use to advance our company, definitely let us know. But hey, man, we got it, man. We got it. We in there, and we're going to move forward. And you guys keep following us, checking us out, see where this thing takes us in the future. But it is looking really, really good now. So if you're thinking about getting in on the Hotshot deal or in the trucking business, I say get in now. All right, that's it. Like I said, subscribe, hit that like button. I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, we are here
it comes from a Bible phrase that says,
on a rainy day, practicing for the CDL.
Nothing is impossible.
After you, care for you, we won't let anything happen to you, and you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live, safe and secure. Don't ask for security, ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live. Now let me give you the secret. She'll say, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. How long you live, what's important is how you live. Now let me give you the secret. She'll say, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Than you do on your job. Than you do on your job. Do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. You can make a fortune. You can make by a bad day. It's easy to be almost annihilated by a poor month. And it's easy sometimes to almost disappear beneath the waves of a year that goes backwards if you don't have something to pull you beyond that year. So if you want something to pull you through all kinds of challenges, all kinds of difficulties, and things that come at you, you got to have something on out there, beyond today, beyond next week, beyond next month, beyond this year, that pulls you into the future. You can make a fortune. 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 You can make a fortune.